You're playing Brawl Stars wrong. No, seriously. Why are you making the same mistakes over and over? You're out here getting clapped in Showdown while other players are farming trophies. But don't worry, I've got you. Here are 10 pro tips you need to know in Season 34 to dominate every match. Trust me, after watching this, you'll be the one farming trophies, not getting clapped. Also, if you want to get even better, join the community. Our Discord is full of experienced players sharing strategies, team-ups, and the latest Showdown meta. Links in the description. Don't miss out. Most players shoot directly at their target, but pros use off angles. The key is predicting where your enemy is going to dodge and aiming slightly ahead of them. Think of it like leading a moving target. This trick works especially well against brawlers who spam left-right movement to dodge shots. Instead of aiming at their current position, predict where they'll be in a second and shoot there. This works best against fast-moving brawlers like Crow or Max, who are always dodging to survive. If you're playing against a Max who's zigzagging around, instead of just shooting straight at her, aim slightly ahead in the direction she's going. You'll land way more shots, especially in tight fights where every bullet counts. We all joke about auto-aimers, but the truth is, in close combat, auto-aim can be better than manual aim. It's particularly useful for brawlers like Fang, Buzz, and Shelly, where you're right up close to the enemy. The beauty of auto-aim is that it locks onto your target and ensures you hit every shot without worrying about minor aim adjustments. Auto-aim is fantastic when you're in an intense, close-range firefight. Manual aiming in these situations can sometimes throw you off due to the frantic nature of the encounter. If you're face-to-face with a Shelly or Buzz, just auto-aim and focus on movement. Auto-aim works great for getting that instant damage in, but as soon as you're mid-range or further away, manual aim is your friend to land more precise shots.
Through the night and morning, when the rain is pouring, you're the one I'm calling. You're my escape from my darkest days. And when the sun is shining, you know we out here riding, chasing the horizon with you. I don't need to look no further. You are the one I'm certain, only one that I'll be holding when you're loving me.
Too many players burn all their gadgets right at the start, but that's a huge mistake. Instead, pace your gadget usage throughout the match. This way, you'll always have a game-changing gadget ready when you need it the most. Bonnie's Sugar Rush gadget is strong, but if you use all three right away, you'll have nothing left for the final showdown. Instead, use one in the mid-game to push someone out of position, and save the others for when you need that final burst of speed or damage in the endgame. A well-timed gadget can make or break a fight. By spacing them out, you'll be able to control key moments when enemies least expect it. A common mistake is running away from a fight when you're low on HP, but pros use this moment to bait enemies into a trap. The key is to retreat just enough to make them think you're scared, then suddenly turn and attack when they overcommit. With brawlers like Griff and Gray who have burst damage, fake retreating can catch your opponents off guard. When they chase you thinking you're weak, surprise them with your burst of damage, and you'll often eliminate them before they can react. Use terrain to your advantage. Retreating towards walls can force enemies to commit to an engagement where they can't escape, making it easier for you to turn the fight in your favor.
Only one that I'll be holding when you're
Destroying walls is a game-changing move, but breaking them at the wrong time can actually hurt your chances of winning. Instead of destroying every wall you see, think about the strategic impact of doing so. If you're playing Brock or Colt and break a wall, consider whether it opens up sightlines for your opponents or gives them easier access to you. For example, breaking a wall near your position could give Leon or Daryl a path to flank you. In Showdown, removing cover might help you deal with an enemy hiding in a bush, but it can also expose you to enemy fire. Break walls only when you're ready to take control of the new open space or deny hiding spots to opponents. Every brawler has a different supercharge rate. Knowing this, especially in Showdown, where you're on your own, can give you a major edge. If you know that an enemy brawler is one shot away from charging their super, you can predict they're going to try and engage you or escape once they've charged it. For instance, a brawler who only needs one shot to charge their super can easily turn a fight around with a quick dash or burst of damage. Pay attention to brawlers who charge their supers quickly, like those with fast attack rates, and avoid direct engagement when they're close to charging their super. Anticipate their moves and counter before they can make a play. Positioning is everything in Showdown. Where you stand is just as important as how you aim. Early on, you should be staying near the edges of the map, farming cubes while avoiding risky engagements. Once you're mid-game, start moving toward the center, but don't go into open spaces. Use the natural cover provided by obstacles to maintain an advantage. In the endgame, make sure you have the best position where you can engage enemies while having a cover to retreat if necessary. If you see the top players in Showdown, they're always thinking about positioning, making sure they control key areas of the map, like the center or a choke point. Not every fight in Showdown needs to be a big all-out brawl. Playing for chip damage, especially against other remaining players, can set you up for the win. Let's say you're down to the final 3 to 4 players in Showdown. Instead of rushing in and risking it all, slowly whittle down your opponents by landing small, consistent shots that force them into bad positions. This way, when the time comes for the final fight, you're already ahead. Chip damage is about patience and control. Instead of getting greedy and rushing in, focus on dealing damage at a safe distance and wait for your enemies to make mistakes. A lot of players feel like they have to use their super the moment it's ready, but that's not always the best choice. Sometimes, saving it for the perfect moment can turn the tide of the match. Sam's super, when held, gives him a damage buff. Using it just to fight can be a waste if it doesn't impact the fight. Janet's super can force enemies to play differently by using her jetpack strategically. Holding onto your super until it's absolutely necessary can force your enemies to make mistakes. Wait for the right moment when you can land a crucial hit or escape a dangerous situation. There you have it, 10 pro tips that will instantly make you a better Brawl Stars player in Solo Showdown. If you want to dominate like a true pro, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out my other videos where I break down the best brawlers for Season 34 and more tips to level up your game. See you in the next one.